We live in a world where love is distorted as obligation. We live in a world where people take a description of who they want you to be. They decide this is your title, and they define it in their own terms based on their perception. And then whenever you do not act accordingly to their wounds definition of who you're supposed to be for them and how you're supposed to love them, they label it abuse or betrayal. And they don't do the inner work of it because their wound is begging to be seen. We're literally living in a world where humans are just walking around with open, gaping wounds oozing all over every single relationship. And whenever these wounds are open and gaping, they're just attracting more wounds because people they're so sensitive that they aren't addressing the wound. It's an incredibly sensitive state of being that the human collective is in. And every time this wound is leading the way, you're attracting, you're magnetizing to you more wounds, more people with wounds. And whenever this wound meets another person, and this person decides not to coddle the wound, not to coddle the person, not to acknowledge the victimhood that these people are in, they're labeled as abusers. They're labeled as betraying the person. But the truth is it's the wound. And it's not anyone else's responsibility in the external world to address that. And when this occurs, these people attack. They play the victim. And victimhood is super ghetto, y'all. Victimhood is just a bunch of collective of people going around shooting other people for a crime they did not commit. It's ghetto. And every time you find yourself pointing your finger and blaming other people for how you feel, you're leaking your energy. You're oozing your energy out. And any bit of sound, stable energy you might have, you're giving it to the person that you're blaming over and over and over again. If you're creating content, a video, if you're sharing, gossiping with others, validating your victimhood, you are leaking your energy to the people, to the person that you're claiming harmed you. Nobody can hurt you. Nobody can hurt me. It's a choice I make to be hurt by others.